Damn.
Radio Rahim with Terence Crawford in what seems to be your second home these days, New York City. You're at Madison Square Garden. There's not a bigger stage in boxing than that. And you got an opponent coming over from the UK, Amir Khan, who is a legend in the sport in that he's done a lot. He's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of name recognition. Where does Amir Khan plot on your course of becoming undisputed, like pound for pound champion? Like, people have you in the top three. A lot of people have you in the top three. Where's Amir Khan on your opponents list? Where do you think that places you if you were to get this win?
I feel like I'm already number one. I feel like that would just solidify my number. You know, Amir Khan is a great fighter. Never lost in the welterweight division. Great hand speed, great boxing IQ, great movement, great legs, and a little bit of power as well. So I feel like this is a great fight for me to showcase my talent against another boxer in his own right. And the way I finish this fight, in what fashion, I think that's going to tell it all.
I would agree with everything you said, but when I read about this fight, a lot of reporters and fans are considering this a gimme. Like, oh, he's definitely going to knock out Amir Khan. Amir Khan's got a soft chin. Are you concerned, on the one hand, that you don't get credit for this win being the kind of victory that you've just described or the kind of fighter you just described? And is that chin of his kind of seductive? Like, are you worried about going for the knockout in the fight?
Not at all. I don't worry about going for the knockouts. If it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. Long as I get the victory. I'm not too much worried about what everybody else give me credit for. You know, they're not gonna give me credit for no fights. You know, I haven't came across one fight that they really gave me credit for. You know, a lot of people always criticize me about the fighters I've fought. You know, even the undefeated fighters, the gold medalists, the unified champions and stuff like that. But before the fight is, Terence, this is going to be the hardest fight of his career, and this and that and that and this. And then when I fight him, then they discredit him. You know, so I can't worry about what the next person will say or how they feel about my performance or who I fought. My job is to go out there and just get the job done.
Well, you say like you feel like you're number one on the pound for pound. I don't know anybody who doesn't have you in the top three, but they do question whether or not at 147 pounds, which is an odd thing, you're the best. On the one hand, do you feel like you still have something to prove in this division? I know you're a belt holder, but you don't have them all. You have something to prove in this division, and what has been the transition like from 40 to 47? Are your shots heavier, or are you taking harder punches? What's it like?
I feel like I always got something to prove. You know, 147 is not a big difference from 140 to me. You know, I feel stronger at the weight. I feel more healthier. As far as punching power, I really can't tell the difference. You know, I fought twice with two opponents that naturally bigger men. You know, and I stopped them both. You know, you got Jeff Horn that beat Pacquiao. Some people don't give him the credit and say, well, Pacquiao got robbed. But at the same time, you know, it was a grueling fight for both of them. You know, and everybody's seen what I did to him. Benavidez, he was a great fighter, you know, in his own right. He was a counter-puncher, tall, long, big, rangy. A lot of people thought he was too big for me. A lot of people thought he'd counter-punch his way to a victory. But after that fight, then everybody want to say, oh, his leg hurt. But leading up to the fight, everybody was looking at all the videos of him doing all his strength and condition work, all his sprints. Nobody said nothing about his leg, you know, and credit him. He didn't say nothing about his leg either until everybody said, oh, your leg, then the excuses come out. You know, and I still believe that he'll give anybody trouble in the division, you know, him and Jeff Horn.
And lastly, you say that you never get the credit you deserve. Why? Why is it that you're not getting the credit you deserve? And what, if anything, can you do to change that?
I just feel like the level I'm on right now is a high level. So the guys that I'm beating in what fashion, it's like they don't supposed to be in the ring with me. So that puts a lot of pressure on me to go out there and get the other champions in the same division, because who else I'm gonna fight?
So fighting the other champions might solve this problem.
Correct.
Radio Rahim with Terence Crawford. Can't wait to see you in the ring this Saturday night at Madison Square Garden against Amir Khan, and I damn sure can't wait to see you fight those other champions. Always a pleasure to talk to you, champ. Radio Rahim, Terence Crawford.